Yeah, we actually there's a we're doing a kind of a jam that it's kind of evolved. So yep, and then we can talk a bit. We have I would say after that. So we can split that up. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Thank you for listening to KCOSDigitalMedia.com. Tonight we are broadcasting to you from the beautiful open-minded Gold Room, downtown Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's time for The Beat Goes On.
And of course, joining me tonight is the lovely Castle Raven, mistress of the realm, Laura Lear.
Thank you so much. So very happy and proud to be here.
Well, we should be proud. We do own the station, right?
Sitting next to you.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
man.
Kind of like that.
Okay, just trying to butter me up, huh?
No.
No. Okay, that was a quick no.
No.
I was like, no, forget it.
Do I ever butter you up, Buttercup?
I don't think that's possible.
Well, I do,
I'm
because
such
you're
a-
a sweetheart.
I'm such a grouch.
You know why? Because if you wouldn't be the man that you are, we would not be here, ready
are
to
so-
rock and roll with this incredible band that's on
Well,
the beat.
you know, and this is it. We are honored to be bringing some of the best of Denver down lately. Last week was The Dead Side. What a great show that was. This band here, we're going to have some surprises. They seem like it's going to be a really great, not only musical show, but they seem like
Hey,
a
man,
bunch
they're-
of fun guys to talk to.
They're all really cool
Yeah,
dudes.
yeah.
Really cool dudes. And,
And,
you know, that's so refreshing and
It is.
awesome.
But really, you know, and that's it. We're here every Wednesday.
We
And we love, and I'm not going to say breaking bands because they are well known in Denver and parts that we'll hear about soon enough. But
nice.
yeah, I also wanted to thank Ricky D. Hall for what we did with him Sunday for the celebration of Jackson Brown.
Celebration
who
of life.
We have been losing too many friends lately, and we are missing our Lisa and Annie.
You know, I got to spend some good time with Annie today.
I'm glad to hear
And
that.
yeah, me too. Man. And she wanted me to tell everyone that she loved everyone. She misses all of us here at KCOS. And she just loves us all. And
It's a
Mrs.
very
Cecil.
hard time for us to go through another one of our. I don't know. It's just hard to say that.
you know, I'm gonna say two words, and I bet everybody in here knows exactly what I'm gonna say. Probably, right?
Well, we just
You guys have an
talked about
idea?
that.
Right?
We have an anthem that we have to express because we've lost too many people to.
Fuck cancer.
Straight up.
Fuck it, man.
Yes,
It has no
And
business
it's
in our lives.
it's very hard being a survivor myself and watch so many friends go to hopefully better places.
So, saying that, God bless you, Annie. We are here. We love you. We love our Miss Lisa, and we miss you both dearly. And
And we have a surprise because those of you that have been waiting for what we did last year with the year in review, even though tomorrow's March 1st,
pretty kick-ass.
God, I can't believe it already. We're doing the slideshow for the year in review for last year, and it's going to be pretty good. It's been pretty time intensive, and
And it is.
But you know, it's a showcase for everything that we've done, all the great people that we've met along the way last year. And I think that we now have the model for this year as well. And maybe we can start doing it in real time so it doesn't take like another 2 months to do for next year.
It won't. We'll have it. We'll have it going on.
But yes, we are having a band that has never played in Colorado Springs before, and we are thrilled to death because we watched them set up, do sound check, and we talked a little bit, and they're our kind of people because we don't take ourselves really seriously, and we just want to have a great time, and I know that these people are going to provide a great show, and so they have a, thank you so much, Miss Nicole.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Make
the
sure
hostess
you
with the mostest.
tip the most beautiful lady here in the gold room, Miss Nicole. Woo! Girl, we love you.
We
love our girl.
feel 2 hours without her.
We can't. Not even 20 minutes. 15.
Okay, well, cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
And everybody
cheers
else.
to the most awesome band standing on our stage
Absolutely.
tonight.
So,
in the variant on the stage at the Gold Room.
Thanks
the
for having
variant,
us, guys.
they have a very
Good to have
special opener, which I just applaud, and I think everybody else should be doing what they're going to do because this is going to show
I can't wait to hear
their impact immediately. So I want to preface that with one more thing. If you know anyone that should be here, we're here till 9, so you can still come. You don't have to come right at 7.
I know 7,000 people that could and can and
We'll
possibly
talk about
just
that
might.
later. Yeah, but
Okay.
if there's anyone that can't be here tonight, then we always say, because you got kids at home, you might not
It's
be
true.
feeling well.
There's a lot going on out there.
You're living just outside the area. Who knows what?
But we
text-
would be honored to have you all.
Text anyone, kcosdigitalmedia.com, and they can listen through the station for the audio, and they can also, courtesy of Nathan Learjet, the video link is
Langoliers.
right there. Everything is on the website. So, without variation,
Any further ado?
I see what you did.
we gotta play on that, man. In the variant from Denver.
Yeah! Woo!
We're just gonna start it off here.
In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always, there will be the intoxication of power. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on the enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine the boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.
Not so glad you found me. You're not so bad to feel. The guiding light shine round the riverbed. I let your words surround me. Wish that they were real. Confounded by the brashness of what you say. we tell ourselves, at least it's company. Embarrassed die, and I admit shit. You got face, you got fake, yes, because you have to pay the price for opening up your goddamn mind. Oh, what am we carry on together? Did I belong in the light still shines above me, singing nothing lasts forever? Weather, freezing famine, the stars align to heal. Pride lost brain to salesmen. And as you can imagine, if we were in repeal, we'd still buy in a charm over innocence. We tell ourselves that we won't be deceived. Embarrassed die, and I admit shit. You got face, you got fake, yes, you have to pay the price for opening up your goddamn mind. Oh, what am we carry on together? Did I belong in the light still shine above me, singing nothing lasts forever? Shining light shine over you, over me, over to your dying body to justify intention. Well, I'm over you, holding me guilty through an ominous sea. Sing my own reflection. What how we carry on together? So bright above me, where I can last forever.
Anything, just play it loud, okay?
How you guys feeling, huh? This one isn't for your kids. Of all the things that I crave, and I'm sure I'm not alone with this. There are breathe that just resonate in me. same peculiar way. Sometimes I am happy, sometimes I'm a slave. Sometimes I refuse to believe anything you say. Yeah. Sometimes I'm the bad guy, sometimes I'm a saint. Sometimes I'm the animal crawling in your bed. These dollars figures to me, they tell me that I must abstain. They tell me there's nobody means with this, reflexively retracting to this raised closed fist and drug, sex, and violence. Drug, sex, and violence. Pacify with pretense. Just give me drug, sex, violence. Illusion that I stand above you. Easy to place this on me, but we're all here for the same fucking reason. Noise, please take me away. Drawn a line
Yes.
So what do you think about that first impression?
You know, I think I want more. That's what I want.
Well,
I
see,
want
yeah.
to.
This-
Yeah.
I knew we
I
were
want to
gonna.
mosh right there, right in front of you guys.
I knew
Get
we
it
were gonna
going. You
get
got to
along.
start something. That's
Yeah. Well,
Get
you
this
know,
pit going.
Laura, I don't think she would get in the camera view because she's so short.
Well, that could be. That could
But
be.
no, I knew we were going to get along just fine when my conversation this morning with Josh was like, hey, we want to do a 3-song introductory set. I go, man, you know, back in the early days, I mean, this is what we used to do to make that first impression. Just hit them right between the eyes with 3 in a row.
Oh yeah.
And then go, how do you like me now?
Right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know?
Straight up.
Yeah. So you guys that are watching, you know, we can take comments on the event page on Facebook, and Shadow Man, why we call him Shadow Man, we'll tell you in a little bit. But he's also doing Facebook Live, so you can tune in that way too, and you can communicate with us on Facebook Live wherever you are, because we like to hear really cool comments like, wow, wish we were here now. Right, Laura?
Yep. That's how
Yeah.
it goes.
So
That's how it goes.
here we go again, bringing metal to downtown Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm glad
You
We
know,
you're
but
gotta
you-
wake
having
some
us, yeah.
people up.
You guys are just more than metal, though. You guys are melodic, incredibly talented. It's, you know, we could even create a new genre where
Well,
you
hey,
guys
hey,
are.
You just keep talking, right?
Where-
Just keep talking.
Please
Where-
don't stop.
What I want to know is where all your influences come from, because you guys all have a different one,
Oh yeah. It's
and it all vibes. I mean, it just kicks.
Me go first? All right.
Please.
I mean, the obvious is there in the music. We love the prog stuff. We love Tool, the 90s, you know, Pink Floyd, Anthrax, a lot of that kind of stuff.
King
Faith No
Crimson.
More, King Crimson.
Nice.
We're all over that.
Yeah.
But like my vocal style, I think is most influenced by like 80s and 90s super pop, like Steve Winston and Lionel Richie, and just trying to make a smooth vocal tone. Oh, look at that. Look at his tattoo. There you go.
Lark's tongue and ass, big brother.
There you go. So, yeah, I mean, that's where you have, when I was a kid, most kids played house or cops and robbers. Like my brothers and my neighbors and we played band. So we had like toy guitars, you know, we made a mic stand
So cool.
out of like wrapping paper tubes, you know, and that kind of stuff.
So
And so we'd each have our own song to cover, and mine was always Higher Love by, you know, Winston.
by Stevie.
Yeah, Winwood. So,
Steve-
yeah.
Wow.
Love that shit.
Love it. Love
Awesome.
it. Well, you have beautiful vocals.
Thank you.
And
Hopefully
you
they
have
last.
a killer scream, man. I love it.
Well, and the name,
Absolutely.
the name in itself, I mean, the name is actually, and the definition is on your Facebook page, and I go, damn, that's the story of my life. In the variant,
Isn't that cool?
look at their Facebook page, read the description, and it's like, yeah, you couldn't have said it better. You know, life's ups and downs.
Now, I've already done that, but I would like for one of you guys to
Oh,
explain.
I want to.
Or,
No, I just want to.
okay.
I want to grab some more attention on what they joked about earlier at Soundcheck. It's like,
Cool.
hey Jay. Okay, because
I know.
they all start with J.
They
So it's
do.
like I was expecting what from all 4 of them.
You can't say hey Jay.
It's in the inflection. You just know.
Four
Oh,
heads
is
all
it?
turning your way.
Jay.
So you
Oh,
got to
we-
pay attention because we play tricks, man. we get the secrets out. You know.
So we want to hear all about you guys. I want to hear about all of you. And if you guys will introduce yourself, and you are an incredible, the singer of the band.
Okay. Hey, I'm Jeremy.
There.
J James, JJ. Been in the Denver scene since I was like 15 years old, and never really clicked with any group I played with completely. You know, you have those good moments, and you stick with somebody that's working. But these guys are the first time that like I had a band where we all saw eye to eye. We all more so or just feel lucky to be able to play with each other rather than somebody policing somebody else. And it's like
Right?
I'm just happy these guys keep letting me do what I'm doing, and
As long as they want to, I'll do it, man. But other than
I
that,
think they're pretty lucky to have you, too.
I don't know about that.
You guys together. Well,
He's very humble.
Well, see, if
Yeah,
those
we're lucky to
people
have him.
that are just listening, they kind of missed out on the last song because there's 2 bass players here. And I love the Facebook description where they go into the first chair, second chair, third chair.
yeah,
It's
that
like,
was really cool.
That's
I was
all
going to
good.
ask you boys
1
about
through
that.
3.
Hey, that's all him. I didn't say that about myself, just so you.
So who's the third chair then?
He's third chair,
A third chair.
and I'm
okay.
fourth chair.
You're fourth?
I think he's first, second, and third chair. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you might be right about that,
So,
too.
so who was that guy screaming in the background during, the in-betweens, the interplay, introduction, whatever?
Well,
The Orwell?
no, so the first sample we heard was a George Orwell quote. But the whole ITV thing, that's actually from a show, Josh. I don't know if
Oh,
Very
it's from
cool.
the IT Crowd. It's from an
Very-
episode of the IT Crowd, one of our favorite British comedies. Everyone check out
comedy,
IT
yeah.
Crowd.
it's great.
That's awesome, man.
Forgotten about ITV.
Yeah, and
Oh, how I love it.
It's actually a reference to the British television network, but we stole it
Very cool.
because our initials are the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So now this is the point where it's like, okay, you haven't told anybody to tune in yet. You better tell everybody, kcosdigitalmedia.com, because this is going to be a great show. And you know what? The unfortunate thing for the people that aren't here tonight, they brought some treats. And we love it when bands do that. They always, I can't believe, like, the Dead Side, they left like 15 CDs for the crowd last week.
That's really cool.
And now here in the variant brought download cards for
Which
their
is
new
so
single, which I
cool.
know we're going to hear during the show, but
The new single is called Monster,
yeah.
and there's a scan to download a free copy of Monster, their new single in the variant. Don't forget to check them out on Facebook and Instagram.
And that might be the website, right?
Is that is the very?
'Cause look at the graphics on the drum
You know,
kit.
I wanted to ask them about that. I wanted to find out exactly what that meant.
Well, I
Because it's
can't-
really
yeah,
super. You think I can?
You want to
ask it?
field that,
Should
Jason?
I?
You,
I
the
think you
artist
could.
had
Give
draw
him a
that and
quick-
stuff?
I think you did.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys. Hey, tell me about that.
The
the artwork.
The
logo.
artwork.
Is that your logo?
Actually, that's the artist is Alex Brandwin. She's from the Bay City, San Francisco area. I was looking around the internet. Basically, we were just trying to, just come up with something unique. Everybody's trying to come up with something unique, but like within our budget, unique. And she took pity on us, and she went to work. She just took this Greekish, Roman style. Actually, put a little bit of like Dia de los Muertos in there and stuff like that as well. She did a great job. She is no longer designing for us. She got a big old job someplace else, so she can't give us the time anymore. But real big thanks to her. Yeah, it was. I don't know. We were doing some masks before. We were doing a Dia de los Muertos masks. Kind of like brotherhood and death. We're all going to the same place type of thing. We wear them sometimes on stage. And that's where it came from, basically the design, but spoofed up a little bit. She did a really great job, really great job. Alex Brandwin, yeah, look her up. She's on all these different websites. Yeah,
It's stunning.
And
I really,
that-
really dig it.
Yeah, and that's, there's the tie. Okay,
Beautiful.
we are really all about our Facebook group page, and we started it in 2011, and it is titled, of course, Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative, because we like blending the music and the art in our group page that's blown up. We just went to 7,300 people today in the
Ah.
group page. You guys feel
Great.
free to post anything,
You would like.
anytime, because this is what it's for. It is our give back to you guys for giving up, coming from Denver. You guys did hang out in town all day today. I hope you enjoyed yourself in
Yeah.
small town USA.
No, it's great. It's beautiful. we're very glad to be here.
Let's give a shout out to the Cave of the Wind staff. Thanks for a great tour today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
That was his first time ever.
Did you go off of that chair into the canyon?
No, we
It's kinda
didn't. Have,
cool.
we didn't have a chance for that. I think we're gonna go back and do the little sky swing over the canyon. But
Right.
it was a beautiful cave.
Yeah, it really is.
We
really
had to
is.
go in the
I
variant.
used to work there.
In the variant to
In
pull
the
out the
variant.
great day because tomorrow it's supposed to be back to, winter.
Right?
Well,
we
I
really
guess
haven't
it's
had
time.
winter yet here. I don't know. Denver's gotten more snow than we have.
We've had a bit, yeah, but nothing crazy. It's kind of a little disappointing. I know people are going to hate me
Just-
for saying that.
It's not like it used to be back in the 80s and late 70s, 80s. It was like as high as I am.
Ice
tall.
Age.
The
Ice
snow-
Age time, yeah.
Ice Age
No,
time.
there's
Hey.
no such thing as global warming. I don't know. Global
Am I
warming,
dating?
global warming. Take your pick. But yeah, so
Bad
in the
boy.
variant.com is also, that's, I saw your picture that you use for your Facebook page and I go, wow, these guys might look a little scary, but you guys are so cool, man.
You guys
You,
are
you should have
awesome.
put the war paint on because okay, I got to break it. I keep saying we have been so blessed by Amanda Turner to
Yeah.
ask
love
us
her.
to broadcast Metal Palooza June 30th at world famous
She's
Herman's
the
Hideaway.
bomb.
Yeah.
And you guys are
Who's
one of
gonna
the
be
bands,
there?
I'll be
there.
Yeah.
along with
Yeah.
our own
So
Suspension 9 from Colorado Springs.
Aw,
Woo.
Our
You know-
boys.
Have you ever seen Suspension 9?
Yeah, those guys really bring it.
Well, they
And they do.
They put on the war paint, man.
They
That's awesome.
literally do.
We're so
But-
excited.
But once again, they're some of the nicest guys you ever want to know.
Yeah.
They look like, what? Michael Malice has got this knife for a microphone, and it's like, sometimes he kind of slices himself.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, I remember one time I go,
Bummer.
Mike, what happened? He goes, oh, my microphone got in the way of my arm,
He has, he has a
no.
real knife on it, like a real knife?
Oh, yeah, it's a real, like a bayonet blade.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
man.
And he's, he plays the part.
I'm not doing that, guys. Just
Okay,
to
no,
let you know.
JJ.
So we're going to get you like a spear thing.
I'm not allowed around sharp objects anymore, okay?
I'm not either.
So no spear mic stands for you, JJ.
No spear.
Well,
Unless it's
and
like the spear of destiny, then we're good, I guess.
Aw, hey.
stuff happens.
That's
Stuff
cool.
happens nonetheless. I was lucky enough. I do.
forge one.
I'm a photographer and a videographer too, and I was at Sunshine Studios Friday for Last in Line, and they had local killer support, and it was Death Ride. It was the Dirty Kings. It was
Cool,
Distant
cool band.
Warning.
Cool band.
Yeah.
All the bands were cool.
Yeah, but if you've never seen Death Ride, they're like a Death Ride performance, and I love Josh. He is like one of the voices in Colorado Springs. He's
Yeah.
in so many projects. It's not funny, but he is a
Singer for
performer.
Goya.
And I was in the photo pit, taking pictures, and all of a sudden I look around and there's his boot in my face.
Oh,
So, yeah, we're not concentrating on the pictures of me because I've got this slice on my nose, but yeah, I told him it's like,
all good, man.
this happens more than you would imagine, especially
It
at a metal
does.
show.
So have you ever had a chance to fling off the stage, my dear?
I got a bad foot and knee, so it's.
Yeah, he
I'm a
did
little afraid of that.
Okay.
a stage dive, and
We'll
can
push him
underst-
one day.
he went right
They're,
over.
they're gonna throw me out there one day. I know it. It'll be like the opposite of the Gatorade bucket on the coach. It'll just be like,
Yeah.
suck it.
No, I was so worried. I was worried for Josh because he's not a big guy.
You're
and-
so
and-
nice.
Well, but because he jumped from the monitor on the stage over the barrier of the photo pit,
He's a jumper.
and I
He
was
jumps off the
afraid that
stage.
he was going to face plant if nobody caught him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So did you? So you
I
caught
took I
him.
took the hit
the
for
brunt of
Josh.
the-
Yeah.
You took the hit for Josh. You are so cool, man.
Well,
Yeah, that's
we'll
pretty damn
see.
cool.
We'll see the pictures. I don't know if
Okay.
there's going to be a foot in the frame or not.
No, no. Well, I know. I know we won't have a foot in the frame this evening, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, we're a little far away.
You were speaking about entertainers jumping into the crowd. Do you guys know Dillinger Escape Plan? Have you heard of them?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
those guys are wild.
Yeah, Ben Weinman, the guitar player. I think he breaks like every limb every other day.
Yeah.
He would, if he was here, he would jump off the balcony up here. You guys can't see it online, but there's a balcony up here. He'd be up there and he'd jump off into the crowd, walk on their heads, and play a solo.
Break his wrist and keep playing.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
before the show, I did a little Facebook Live outside, and to say everybody needs to get down here, and we did, the tour of the Gold Room. It's a really nice Art Deco place, and we're very proud to be here.
We really are.
We have to thank everybody involved in getting us here and keeping us here, from Social Butterfly Media to
Hex
Audio, Chad Martin, our sound guy,
bet.
exclusive. How's it sound tonight?
It's fantastic.
Sounds
Yeah.
incredible.
Thank you, everybody
Yeah.
involved.
And you
This
know
room
what's
is
really
great. I
cool?
feel like I should be peppering in some one-liners, and like doing Henny Youngman up here. This vibe is cool. I like it.
It is really
Yeah.
beautiful here. This
And
is
this
a
is
Take my
gorgeous
wife,
venue.
please.
It's an all-purpose venue. It's not really a bar because it's not open every day.
And
but
you know what? I want to give a hand to all the wonderful people, all the fans, all the people that are here.
yes,
You guys for all being here.
yes. We have a collection of regulars that we just love, whether they're online or in person, or the crowd varies with the genre of the group that we do, and
It what?
the crowd varies.
The
It
crowd
varies?
Variantly.
Dun-dun.
So he's
Yes.
decided to use that word in every solitary single way you can draw.
I'm a little
So-
OCD on the cunning linguist side,
That's okay. I'm so used to it.
Oh, 23
Yeah. Oh
skidoo.
man!
I love
just don't
language. I mean,
quit.
really, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I did 3 years of French in junior high school, 3 years of Latin
How
in
do
high
you say
school.
in the variant in French?
Dans la variance.
Ooh.
That was
nice.
gorgeous.
Guys, we're going to France.
How about that? Right off the top of my, I'll be your tour guide. Yeah.
Nice.
We're
I-
all gonna go and be your broadcasting company, and we'll be your roadies and broadcast you from everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah.
We would
Hell
love
yeah.
that. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because
Would
we do
live.
call this the beat goes on global internet radio show. It's not enough to say you're on internet radio. You got to make it global.
It's a show.
Well, and we're pleasantly surprised all the time when we look at the metrics on our broadcaster and YouTube and Facebook. Man,
Well, and that goes right in line with what that name means to us, which is, getting outside your comfort zone. Anytime you're comfortable, you're not winning and you're not growing.
there you go.
We write music we can barely play. We hang out with people we've never met. We see bands we would never go see, and if it's not your thing to jump on an internet radio station, we'll jump on, Let's make
exactly.
be varied.
That was beautifully said.
So, to keep the conversation in the variant, we'd like to hear some more in the variant music.
All right.
Incredibly.
Do you mind if we go back to our beginnings?
How would I mind?
Or,
How would I know?
So this
I
next
just
one's
met you guys.
next one's the first
It's
one
the,
we ever
the
wrote.
very
together.
first song we wrote together.
Oh my
All right.
goodness! What is the name of this?
Called Horizon.
Horizon.
Yeah.
What is it about? This is
Uh,
the very first one you wrote.
The lyrics came along a little bit after we got a good roadmap, but it's actually about my mother who passed away in 2009. And so, it was basically just kind of I got to write a song about my mom, right? So, but we don't have one songwriter in this group. Usually the way it goes is we get a riff going and maybe, some play going and a jam, and then we try and put a roadmap together. And then after all of that's done, then we start working on vocals. So
It takes us
Nice.
3 to 6 months to write a song usually on average.
Yeah,
That's no joke.
You guys
Like,
think Tool's bad?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's intricate with everything that you guys are building. So it's.
running there, the devil find me, holding only space and time. Screaming your name, it knocks down the same. Find my way through mental maze and spinning round. I will ride straight to find you, to touch your face, your voice with nothing to gain. And I know your name.
Thank you.
So, I think some people are taking me seriously when I said you should be telling people to watch and listen and say hello to the over a couple hundred people that are already watching.
Hi,
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this fine, intimate evening within the variant.
Hello, cyberhumans.
So, I mentioned Death Ride, and Adrian Moore is watching.
Nice.
What
Yeah.
up, Adrian?
Nice.
Yeah.
What's up, AD?
And
Hi, Adrian.
Nick Watrous.
Hey,
says,
Nick.
Say
Oh,
hi.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Good to
Going
see you
in.
guys.
Yeah. That's it. That's the joy of the internet. You never know who's going to be watching.
Is Barack
you.
on tonight? Is Barack Obama on tonight?
We're.
He watched our last
He told me
Facebook
he
Live
would be.
video. He told us he would be.
He, I knew he was lying.
Well, Michelle told us he would be. He didn't commit,
Well,
but
that's
Michelle.
good. I'm gonna have to look for him then, because I always tag my my disgust at the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania.
This is
Yeah.
polite company, man.
Well, my last name is White, so sometimes I get confused and want to tag
So-
my own house, but it just happens to go to that other crazy house.
Funny. Oh my goodness, Mark at the moon.
Well, that's let's keep it that way. My name is not Mark White.
It's not Mark.
Yeah, I know. No, you guys, man, this is great. Already.
Yeah.
So you guys, are you a touring band?
We've toured it, to South by Southwest, but that's about it. We're pretty much
Yeah.
local
Well,
otherwise.
what an accomplishment! Don't say, oh, it's just
Oh yeah, it was just
That was a hell of a week.
That was
it was
a lot of work.
I think the best part of that trip was the hotel that we stayed in. It was called the
Heart of Texas.
Yeah, but the ad for the hotel was like, come in our desert oasis and all this, and they had like a pool and palm trees, and we get there, and there's this like sad, sick, dead palm tree, and like
And a refrigerator in the pool.
yeah,
And
it was great.
Oh my goodness.
we were the only people that were there temporarily in this motel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Everyone
Yeah.
else lived
That's
there.
a good.
is that why
that's
they?
usually the best way to gauge it. Like,
Yeah, I know. Is that why they call that online rating system Yelp? Because sometimes you actually,
Yelp, yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
Right?
Oh no!
What the?
I'm pretty sure the tenants paid for their stay with positive Yelp reviews. 'Cause
Well, and now, yeah, it's like people are getting sued for leaving bad reviews. It's like, what?
Well,
That's
yeah.
That's
not the
happening. That's a
purpose.
thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I know Nathan is just
Better watch
dying
back.
to ask a question, because Nathan's a drummer himself, and he always has to take note of drum kits. Right, brother? Oh, yes. So
Oh.
he's got his headphones on. He's really listening, but he's acting like, no, I'm not listening. You got something for the drummer to say?
Hey,
Okay,
you know,
you're,
Wow.
you're 15.
I do.
His 15 minutes are up.
Don't force it. Don't force it.
It's that microphone. You know when that red light goes on, you know how we all
yeah.
feel. It's like, can't breathe. Oh my God.
He-
But what I have is you are, and I know I'm using this word quite a lot, but you are so intricate on every, your single stroke rolls. You are so solid.
So now he
your
says something.
Double kick is on it. I mean, there's not a second that goes by where you do something kind of exciting and play some double kick and
Okay.
can you
So
really?
is there-
Thank you. I love your
Is there a
drum.
song that really highlights that particular
You.
aspect?
Highlights.
the last couple we're gonna play are pretty sick from his. Not that they aren't all good from his standpoint, but there's some pretty exciting moments in the last couple.
It gets better.
Yeah, it gets better.
Yeah, if you'd like me to do something, I'm more than happy to.
You know, I love your style. I love your playing style.
Well, sound check was awesome, man. I was
Very
going,
much.
where's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Where's that second double? Where's that second drum?
The
And it's
kick.
like, no.
Yeah, yeah. You sound absolutely amazing. You know what? Yeah, go for it. Just for me. Yeah! Woo!
see,
Man.
we already have this telepathy thing going on because you know, 2 of the band members obviously had to like run to the bathroom, so
Oh.
we anticipate these things.
This is the beer. It's the
this is-
beer.
Yeah, this is like what our show number like 163. So
What?
Here at the Gold Room, right?
to go. Well, no, it's in total. We've done. This is our 3rd year, and you know,
I thought we
there's
had
only
more for
52
3
weeks in a year.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, we're math.
makes me
we're math geniuses here. That's why we like you guys to play.
I'm a hell of a genius. Math and
Jason, thank you.
included.
You don't buy it, you only rent it.
You know what? Your drums are beautiful. They sound beautiful. They feel beautiful. There is in each of your pieces that you do. There's no off beat. It's everything you do. Well, no. Everything you do seems to be. I mean, literally right on it, right between it, whatever you want.
So
And it's just right. It's
Allie Summers said it best.
really beautiful.
Jason, the animal. So now that we've embarrassed Allie,
Does that
you
make
know?
Jeremy Kermit, or who was the head of that band?
Yeah, I think if he's
Yeah.
an animal.
I was Dr.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I
you're on the
don't
spot now.
Doctor
remember
Who?
the Muppet bands. Ha, was that pun intentional?
Somebody commented on the live feed. It's Dr. something and the Magic Express or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
who-
he's got
who's the
the-
lead singer?
the
Everybody
glasses
that's
and,
online.
He's got the
comment.
piano. He's the big tooth guy, red hair.
Muppet.
He's
They've
got
got
the
like-
hat on.
Like
Yeah.
Muppet Tom Petty's in that band too,
Oh,
right?
oh, now we're playing charades. Wait a
He's
minute.
pretty much Muppet Tom.
Sounds-
Yeah,
Sounds
Muppet Tom
like-
Petty's
I
the
think that's-
guitar
yeah.
player. Yeah.
Aw.
But and, you know,
Right?
I also have
Aw.
to say, I got to say thank
Aw.
you because
Muppet Tom.
when we say, you know, suggest that people tune in and they do all this and
And they
that,
do.
and like the Facebook pages for ourselves and the band, and bam, right off the bat, Daniela Trevino Brumnet subscribed to the YouTube channel like immediately. So thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
and-
She's a big fan of ours, and we love her a lot.
Yes,
She's
very
supportive.
much so.
Yeah.
She's engaged in local music. She loves us, so she's really
She's
high in my
so
book.
cool.
In the variant fans are the best. We actually tonight we have a special treat for the Golden. We have Mr. Logan Drake in the audience.
Logan?
He has not.
Hey.
He's basically my brother. We grew up together. He has never missed a show.
He
Say
traveled
hi,
to
Logan.
Austin, Texas with
Hey,
us
what's
to
up,
see us
people?
at South by Southwest. That's how devoted he is.
Hi,
We
Logan.
came in on a plane today and Ubered down here from Denver.
No
supposed to be
way.
here.
California.
Yeah.
Took a plane.
He's our Cal Ripken, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
man.
Yes.
ITV.
We love Logan.
And he's dead sexy, guys.
So you take care
Yeah.
of these boys on the road then? You take care of these boys?
Yeah, we
whenever
need
they-
him, man, that's for sure.
Yes, I do whatever they need. You know, I grab
And
the
when he
beer,
says whatever, he means
hand jobs, whatever.
Oh,
all of it.
Let's keep it PG, everybody.
We're talking about drugs and horse people.
I was talking about cleaning out my toes, but whatever. Okay.
I'll do that too.
Wow. These are socks. That's so nice of you. Oh, had
I
somebody
think he'd
change my
probably.
socks.
I think he'd probably knock us out if we asked him
ITV.
to change our socks.
ITV.
oh man.
So as you can tell, we're a real serious band. You know,
That's why I
Thank
like
you.
you
Oh
guys.
yeah,
we're stiff.
Yeah.
super serious.
Hey.
Yeah, we are too.
I'm totally serial, guys.
This one's got a nice sarcastic tone to it, and it's you know, like most of my songs, it's always about relationships.
So do you feel when you're writing your lyrics, do you feel like you're writing more in a what kind of a zone are you in? Are
It's
you
a
in
healing
darker
process every
zone?
time.
I was just about to say it always seems very.
It's a healing process. You know, you go
cathartic
through
to
some
you.
injury, and then you focus it on some artwork, and you overcome it. And then, like, you know, like this song, I mean, I still love listening to it, but like where I was when I wrote the lyrics to this one, I'm in a completely different place now. So it's hard for me sometimes to relate to it. And I have to kind of find that space where I was in back then in my mind when
Right,
you know,
right.
when it comes in and I know my downbeat is coming up. It's like, oh, I got to find that emotional zone to be able to perform it, not just sing it or play it, but perform it. right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That really makes a huge difference.
It's tough.
And so where were you? Where were you? Where, I mean, not to get too in detail, but where were you in that place when you did write this tune?
When I wrote the lyrics to this next one, we're doing inflation next, right? Okay.
Correct.
I was in a relationship that I thought was going really well, and we had some communication issues. So that was kind of like.
Isn't that always how it goes?
I know, yeah.
That's crap.
A lot of other stuff came out of later on, but it was basically right when we formed, and you got to balance the band versus the girl, and all that. It's tough, and when you find someone that says they're supportive but they really aren't,
And
it's
they're
tough. It's tough, and then you have
And
to,
that's true.
gotta juggle a lot. So that's kind of what this song's about. It's about just being real and good communication.
Very cool, man.
Absolutely. We're all for it.
Absolutely.
This is the Big Rock Candy Mountain song.
We don't need to get sued tonight.
Conversation always keeps me level. You always optimism. Forgiveness for the day as it's waiting, calming us and I'm this story here. You know signs of forgiving any narcissism. You are the words we shed inside of these brief sentences. So set you up for real. There is something new canvas in your eye. Everyone said it's touch fade, we won't make compromise. So say you are for real. For take my yes, dirty band. We know that it's not real until I spend my money and you understand me. Cannot
Thank you.
So, you know how I mentioned our friends at Sunshine Studios and how they sometimes check out the talent? Say hello to Tony Cordy, El Patron at Sunshine Studios. He goes, you guys are sweet.
Hola, patron.
Hey, what's
Thank you
going on,
very
man?
much.
Thanks for
So,
tuning in.
That's the whole thing, man. We want to make this state whole musically, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's ripe for it, man.
It's ripe
The
for
scene
it.
here is waiting for the genius to create it. There is an overwhelming amount of great music in this state.
Well, I got to tell you, you just gave me my cue, my friend. We play about 90% of unsigned bands and musicians. And since we're independently owned, we own the company, we can do that on internet radio. And I got to tell you, we have bands from Fort Collins to Grand Junction to Trinidad to Canyon City. We're playing like 400, mostly unsigned bands.
And the
Yeah.
array of talent in
Oh
Colorado
man, you know
is surpassed.
our station stands toe to toe with any serious or
Any state.
cumulus.
That's
station.
amazing.
So
Congratulations
you guys,
on that success, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
we
Yeah,
wouldn't
thanks
be-
for working so hard, guys.
we wouldn't be anywhere without you guys, and this
That's
is why
straight
we
up.
scour the state for new bands that we want to
New
support.
and upcoming, absolutely.
Now, and we mentioned Amanda Turner. She's
Yep.
she's the coolest. But you guys are also, you're with Best 303.
Yes. Yeah. We
Claire
just
is just another one that's been really, really good to us.
they're all incredible. And I mean the Metal on the Move and the Best 303 sounds. The whole family's like shout out everybody.
Well,
Phenomenal support.
we want to be just like them in Southern Colorado and
That's awesome.
help unite the state. Because
We got in their good graces on our last show at what was X Saloon, now it's a Silver Spur. And we had an interesting experience with that. The headliner was a national act, and they wound up having to cancel, but then all the rest of the bands that were on the bill were all local. And we all banded together, and we made sure that there was a huge crowd there. And,
Sweet.
you know, no matter what, even if the headliner's not there, we're going to make it a good show. And it went off. It just popped off. Killed
I think that's a
One of-
testament
yeah.
to the Colorado scene. Like
It's coming up. It's not just sports bars anymore.
Yeah.
Well, and that's I've been curious about Silver Spur because I've heard a lot about it, and
We
Killer
have-
venue.
actually,
We had a blast.
Is it?
Actually,
Yeah.
Trent Hughes' dad, Jim, was wanting us to stream there, and I go, well, we got to go up and check it out because, we.
No,
We'll do that.
it'll
We
work
really-
out well.
Okay, that's good. to
Bring
hear.
bring your sound team, but the
Great.
venue is fantastic.
Well, and that's because
Yeah.
we have that capability, and we don't know of anybody else really that goes around and does
does.
live streaming like we do.
No.
So
It's something
it's-
we
we
need.
do what
It's
everybody
a
else
it's a
either-
niche, and it's few and far between,
Yeah.
and it's not an easy job.
Whatever people
It's not
can't
easy.
or won't do, we'll do
There
it.
you go.
Shout out to Shadow Man and Nathan Lear for making our
Oh man, our tech team
broadcast.
is second to none. Chad is our
sound
dedicated
and-
guy.
Yeah,
you know?
Chad. By the way, Chad, I've missed you. It's good to see you again, and I love you much. And your sound is always impeccable.
Yeah.
Good
and
job, Chad. Thank you.
Yeah, love you, Chad.
Sounds great.
So, we really weren't going to talk a whole lot because we wanted you guys to showcase your tunes. And, how much more do you really
we
want?
got a few more for you.
We got a lot
Yeah.
more.
No, I mean, as far as conversation goes, because,
Well,
the band that's
let's
coming.
introduce another band member.
Please.
Let's
The band-
introduce.
Oh, I just said, hey, Jay. And yeah,
Hey, what?
Introduce
Hey,
the
Jay.
band.
I think like that's the running joke. Everybody's Jeremy,
Jay.
Josh, Jared,
Everyone's Jay.
So I'm
I'm twice the J these guys are though.
Whoa.
See, but the funny thing is there's two Joshes and one Jeremy, so we got numbers on you.
Oh yeah, but you have to have two bodies. I throw down J's twice in one name, man.
This is why we're gonna throw you into the pit.
Jeremy Jim, King of the Wild Frontier.
Don't
Wow.
don't make me do a Trump joke because what? Two Joshes, Trump, one J. I don't know.
Oh! Damn, Mark! Holy Moses! That was really good.
If I stand up, I can't make a joke for shit. But if I sit down, yeah, I could be a stand-up comedian.
Sit
in
down
a chair.
comedian, yeah. There you go.
It's perfect for internet radio.
I got a face for it, don't I?
We're getting the
all
beer
do.
refill here.
Right
Let's
on.
see. A
This
Jew-
next song, if we want to move on to it.
That's fine. But did you
But wait.
introduce the drummer?
Oh yeah,
But
we got to
wait.
do. we
Let's
gotta
do
that.
this. Hey, so everybody. Oh, he's busy.
Jason.
I'll introduce myself.
Please.
I'm one of the Joshes. My name is Josh Goldstein. I play guitar in the variant, obviously.
What year is that, Paul?
Nice.
This is a 120th anniversary Les Paul. I wish it was the like collector's edition and stuff, but money.
Yeah,
But-
and I was just telling Laura, I have a 25th
beautiful.
anniversary Paul. It's called the Paul.
The Paul.
And
So
it-
we have 100 years exactly between the two guitars. That's pretty awesome.
Very,
Very
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, man, you need to let me play that thing. You need to get it out of the box.
Oh yeah, and it's one. DiMarzio's. It just
I love it. I started playing when I was very, very little, and I had the Fender set everybody gets for Christmas or your birthday. The little toy.
A Squire 2 and a Samick amp.
Yes.
Exactly. No, it was like a Squire amp. It doesn't even exist.
Wow.
Like,
Lotus bass. Remember, you could buy that at Media Play.
yeah.
Oh, wow, I loved
Buy it
that place.
at Best Buy on the CD
Yeah.
aisle.
I bought
But-
all my Lord of the Rings stuff there.
There you go.
Did.
The Les Paul. I mean,
So-
phenomenal.
You said, so you predominantly play the Les Paul.
Yeah, I started with active pickup guitars and whatnot, and we'll play a song later. I have a Schecter Diamond Series I'll play.
Beautiful.
But I definitely what I do and the way my fingers work is just it's butter on the Les Paul.
So you said you'd been playing guitar since you were just a young...
Just a
young-
wee little lad.
I was going to say that, but I didn't know.
So yeah, like 2 years.
Yeah,
Right.
right. I started last week.
Dude, for such a young man,
So-
is he not so patient and unrushed and unhurried to show you what he can do? It's what we love so much about him is his patience.
It's
you
not
know-
about shoving his sweeps
Yeah.
and his
Well,
chops in your face.
Let's slow down. So like, whew.
See what we're talking about right here? That's exactly what we're talking
No.
about.
I
Well,
mean,
let's
the-
slow down. See, exactly.
The thing is like I grew up learning other people's songs and stuff, and I always knew I wanted to write my own stuff, and I could never shred like the shredders shred, and I kind of learned a lot on my own and was inspired by a lot of like 90s bands like Tool, and like Adam Jones is like one of my idols, just sonic architecture. And
So did you take lessons along the way?
I-
Did somebody help you along with any
I mean,
theoretical and application
sure.
for the fretboard?
Well, I mean, I had a couple. Honestly, my cousin, when I was very little, used to babysit me, and he started to show me chords on an acoustic guitar, and that kind of is what really got me started. Adam, I don't know if you're watching, Adam, but hey, thanks for music.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
But yeah, it was just a lot of fun and meeting new people, and these guys have been my musical family, and I've been in a couple bands, and it's just it's different.
There's nothing like it when it clicks and
Yeah.
it's just right for all of you.
Yeah.
And that's exciting to see. It really is, because I see a lot of bands who don't have that energy, who are out there, who are learning, or they're getting up on stage and they're going for it and they're trying, and I think that's amazing, and I'm so proud of them. But you guys y'all have been doing this for a really long time. Each one of you in your separate, your separate learning and your separate curves that you've had to overcome. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm 18 years old. So.
It's not hard to ride
right
that.
on, man.
yeah, me too.
That initial wave of creativity is really easy for a lot of bands to ride, but the work comes in getting over the honeymoon. I mean, a
Absolutely.
relationship like this is a marriage without the sex. That's
is.
all it is work.
Sometimes with the sex.
So
but we don't talk
I
about
mean,
that too much.
sometimes it's not that kind of podcast. Yeah, but
Well, that's kind of good for this evening.
Whoa there, Savage.
But it hasn't always been easy, and it hasn't honestly always been fun, but we knew that from the beginning. I think Jason was the first one to say, I'm not tired of playing this song yet. We must not be good enough at playing it. And it's really true. There have been practices where we've all worked 12 or 15 hours that day. We're dead tired. We have a show in a couple of days. You better get your ass to the practice studio.
Absolutely.
You know, it does it, you know, and we're falling asleep while we're playing practically. And
you're still doing
we
it.
still did it because if, you know, all of us are never in a bad mood about it. It's usually only one at a time, so the other three can kind of, you know, the other three can say, hey, man, you need to suck it up, and I'll be in a bad mood next week. So.
Well, you know, and that's really the statement is so key in my personal life. I'm not a creature of repetition, and a whole movement, of course, is the jam band movement because. Hey, let's just jam and keep it going and improvise, and I can't play the same thing 5 nights in a row, right?
We've probably written like 90 songs just in our warm-up jamming.
Yeah.
I'll bet, man. I'll bet. I bet you guys come up with some killer jams.
And it's great when we do, and then, you know, right after we're like, wait, what the hell did we just do?
Right?
Yeah.
Do you record yourselves?
Yeah, we do. We learned that the hard way very early on.
Yes.
Well, you know, this is great conversation, and I'm learning a whole lot about you guys. And
Me too.
You know, you've got new fans, man, all over. It's already evident. I mean, people are still hitting subscribe on the YouTube channel because of you guys. Love you.
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
You want to play a couple more in a row?
Yeah, we can do
Because
that.
it's like quarter after. We got 45 more minutes.
Okay.
Gauge
Okay.
the
You
show,
wanna
and because I know I've teased you guys. It's like a double bass. I want to hear.
And you guys aren't done yet.
I want to hear the double bass interplay
ENS
jam
questions.
that you guys.
The two
kinda-
basses, most of it's coming up.
All right. So yeah, we're just gonna let you, you know,
You bet. And
do
hey,
what you do.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
done with all of you yet.
She's not done.
we ain't going anywhere.
Well,
Well, see,
All our stuff's
when you
here.
come back after.
it wouldn't be good.
When we come back,
it wouldn't be good if
for
I
our
said what
short
she just said.
music break.
She can get away with that. I can't. You know.
You can, and you can't.
Right. So
All right. So we have a little close on that. We have a video that we did for this next song. We did a lot of work on it. We recorded it up outside a steamboat at a cabin. It's got this whole like, you know, cabin in the woods kind of horror feel to it.
really,
And the guys, Nick Walker took care of us on that. He's actually based out of the Springs too.
what's the studio name?
I don't know
up
what his
there?
current project
Okay.
is, but he used to shoot for Dog the Bounty Hunter, and
Nice.
he's known,
Sweet.
and he's quite talented. The guy really, really, really went overboard for us and made such a great video.
Oh
so-
yeah, it's like a $300,000 video we shot for pennies.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
man.
running dollies and smoke machines. And all
Had a
kinds of
20-man
Sweet.
crew
Yeah,
he
it
brought.
was like-
Oh man,
It was a 3-man crew, but yeah,
very cool. Well, that's the kind of engineer you want.
3-man
Wow.
and 3-man and an intern.
They just moved real fast. Though.
No, he did a really great job, and shout out to Nick, man. You got it done. That was awesome. Thanks, Nick.
So what's the video?
It's the music video for the next song we're gonna play called Spectre.
Spectre.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're talking about stuff you're getting on your phone. We just had a new fan that just joined us. Her name's Michelle Staley. Want to give a shout out to her. Thanks, Michelle, for
Thank you,
Thanks,
Michelle.
chiming in.
Hey,
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
You know, social media and texting. I just got that info from homeboy over here.
The
All right,
na-
let's do the song.
The name of this song is Spectre, and Jeremy's lyrics just talk from the outside. Even he could talk about his own, but they're very much about our personal battles with anxiety and almost the hallucinations that can derive from said anxiety.
I actually wrote this song during an anxiety attack.
Say that one more time.
I wrote this song during an anxiety attack. I came up with the lyrics
so
then.
Sorry.
So if you can imagine,
During
like, you
that
know, having, I mean, many people have anxiety, right? I mean, most of us do at some level
We
or
do.
another.
We do.
Yeah, right? So imagine, like, having that mindset of, like, well, I got to fix this. I'm going to pick up, a pad and a pen and just work this out on lyrics. And that's where the lyrics part of this song came from. Otherwise, the entire song was pretty much produced by Jason, and it's such a killer fucking song, so we love playing it. Let's do it.
Who is in authority here? Shut up!
get it to you. He'll find her. That's what he does. That's all he does. You can't stop him. He'll wait for you and pull the fucking heart out. Let go of me.
making enough noise for the band tonight here in the Gold Room? Give it up for the band. You know, I just got to say, if we had the online listeners in the house, they'd be calling the fire marshal because we'd be full. There's almost 400 people have been checking us out tonight.
Well, you know what? We are KCOS Digital Media. We are here in Colorado Springs. In the Variant is on the stage here at the famous Gold Room, the famous open-minded Gold Room. And I'll tell you, you guys are absolutely spectacular.
Thank you, thank you.
I really, I'm overwhelmed.
You know, really, we're loving this. It's like overwhelming, and for sure, we're gonna be talking with Tony and Christina Sunshine about bringing you guys
Appreciate
down.
you, Tony. Thanks for listening in. And
But really, at half hour to go, man, if you want to just kick out the jams, I'm done talking. I want to listen.
hey, but okay, that's true. I do too. But I'm not done talking.
Oh no.
Sorry,
I
women.
think
she's never done talking.
Women. What can I say? But I want more information from you incredible, talented boys.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll get it. I think right now we're gonna take it down a notch slightly, and then we're gonna bring it up a notch again.
Right on.
We're gonna jam a little bit for you.
Woo!
This one's different every time.
Mr. Joshua Summers, everybody.
whiskey.
We're just gonna keep going.
So we started doing this because of a dare.
Thanks, Les.
Our bass player is better than yours. you so much, guys.
You know, I think the passion and the soulfulness, you can just see it pouring out onto the stage from each and every one of you. You guys really are a tight band, man. You guys sound really great. Really, really good. And that bass player over there, that we got 2 bass players, but that your
That's the
first
bass player.
your first chair or your second chair.
I'm a backing track. That's what I am.
Man, so you need to tell us a little bit about you.
I just grew up listening to way too much Mr. Bungle and Primus. I mean, if I'm honest,
Mike Patton and Les Claypool.
Mike Patton, Trevor Dunn, and Les Claypool made me who I am today. Seriously,
Yeah.
but so I'm much like the other Joshua, Mr. Goldstein. I'm completely self-taught. I was gifted an instrument as a young man, and sat one summer and endlessly repeated The Wall by Pink Floyd, which is almost entirely in D, so it's, all our songs are in D, big surprise.
Well, that last one was in C.
Yeah, that's true.
That was in C.
That and The Cure's Disintegration. They are such good, simple, but just endlessly creative musicians. Roger Waters, and I don't even know The Cure's bass player's name. I'm sorry, Cure bass player.
No, I'm not.
But whoever played bass on Disintegration, those 2 got me started to where I could, when you're new to an instrument, you can't even use your hands in sync. And that first summer, that's what really took me off. I was gifted at 9 years old a few cassette tapes by a family friend. I got The Best of the Doors, In the Court of the Crimson King, Led Zeppelin 4, and Foreigner 4. Those were the first 4 tapes that I owned in my entire life. And just right off the bat, those guys just took me to a place I didn't really know as a young human being I could go. And I've spent a lot of time with a lot of musicians. I've been very lucky to meet some very talented musicians that have helped me. I've never taken a lesson in my life. Very, very self-taught, and it's really obvious to anyone who can play this instrument. I'm a hack. But, these guys have really encouraged me to be me for the first time ever, and made space in some of those early songs for some of the zaniness. And, there's not a standard bass line in any of these songs. And,
Nor should there be.
And that's cool. And it's funny how we sit around and talk. We need to write a 3.5-minute kind of normal song so Jeremy can just write some normal lyrics and not have to dig down into the depths of the pit of his soul to find something to say. But inevitably, the 3 of us who traditionally these days, like a lot of bands, like all my favorite bands, the music comes first before the lyrics. If you're a singer-songwriter, it can come either way. This is not a singer-songwriter band. It's a rock and roll band, and the music comes first. We send him early tracks which inspire him for vocals, and Jeremy will go, "Hey, man, I've got an idea. Do you guys mind doing this?" And we never mind, of course, because it's always a good idea. And that's how the songs take shape.
You said they couldn't do without you. I think you all can do without each other.
Right, yeah. I mean, it is so interesting for all 4 of us to have, there's similarities. Obviously, there's similarities in our taste. But for us to come from so many different places, about, 60, 70% of what we're into as individuals is very different. And we got into this circle where we could be vulnerable, we could get out of our comfort zones and
you let each other
play music in ways we never thought we could. And that's really the goal, right? No matter what happens with this project, we've got a family that we've created, we've got music that we love, and we really play the music that we love, and that's what it's all about. So,
well, and one thing that just in my long musical appreciation period, there was a time, and it happens to everybody. You grow up and, your influences are bands that were pure and together, and then all of a sudden, there's a point in time, and pick the genre, pick the band, but the one thing that, you're a fan of The Cure. Well, I remember seeing the Page Plant tour at McNichols Arena.
Hey, I did too. I saw it at the Pyramid in Memphis.
And guess who was Jimmy Page's second guitar?
Oh,
the
yeah,
guitar
yeah,
player
I
from
forgot about that.
Disintegration.
Yeah, that's
from The
exactly
Cure.
right, isn't it?
And he was
about that.
killing it. And I go, that's so unlike The Cure, but yay.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. Adaptability. I mean, there's no more, this is what I do, and that's it.
And you guys give each other that. You all give each other that because then you guys can rise from above wherever those tracks are and take it from there and build upon that.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of the name comes from. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think definitely In the Variant is exactly that. It's taking everything that we've grown to love and know and everything and kind of allowing ourselves to vary it a little bit and do our own thing with it and all come together and meet in the middle. And it's fun. I mean, it's the funnest thing since sliced bread. Sliced bread's fun, right? I don't know.
It's always been around in my life. I'm not very impressed by sliced bread.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was going to say, this is, you guys,
Yeah, me
there was
too.
ever a safe word for you guys, it would be variant. You know, so
That's our
means-
safe word.
that
It
means
actually
go
is
for
our
it,
safe
right?
word,
Well,
especially when we get Pib's ass up.
You
Yeah.
guys are pulling us all your fans, all of us, into the variant with you, and we want to go as far as you guys are willing to go.
Meet you on the other side.
We'll keep going with you.
So, are you going to play Monster for us?
That's actually, yeah.
That's the
Really?
next
Is
song.
that next?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Monster free download.
This is Monster. Please check it out. We're trying to break this one.
This is our favorite song.
Everything is true. Everything
You can
is true.
download this track for free. CDbaby.com. Free download.
And you pay to die. And you pay to die.
Creatures sleeping now. I finally knocked it out. The changes I feel now are they permanent? The future seems to hold promise if I'm bold enough to make these goals and not be broken. Monster in me dies each time I see the upside. Losing, failing, and giving anything, everything inside me. You say you need an enemy. Do what it takes to heal, but I am not an enemy. And I'm feeling so good now, and I could choke you now, and I should throw you out, but I won't be broken. Monster in me dies each time I see the upside. Losing, failing, and giving anything, everything inside me. Oh, I'm waiting. Let me show you how you can be sure that I'm losing, failing, and giving anything interesting inside me. so sick. Let me show you how you can be sure I'm loving and anything interesting inside me. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. KCOS, you're the bomb. We had a blast tonight. InTheVariant.com. Check us out on Facebook and everywhere else. We're all over the place.
You know what? If Maynard was listening, he'd be going, damn.
That's one of the goals, I guess.
This is a great show, man. Thank you so much for coming down.
We know one
Thank
of
you,
his
boys.
songs.
Thank you guys for having us.
It was
Seriously.
an honor to have you guys.
We can't wait to see you at Metalpalooza with all the rest of the fine bands on the lineup.
June 30th at Herman's. Get down there.
Yeah.
Suspension 9 and 6 Feet of Anger from Colorado Springs is going to be there.
Now, what's the date of that?
June 30th.
June 30, Metalpalooza.
Yeah.
Be there.
So cool.
Or
Herman's Hideaway.
be somewhere else.
And
Or
I-
we'll be in the variant.
Well,
with you.
we're gonna go to the planning meeting, and I've already put up on
Yes.
the event page. I said, okay, for all the rest of the bands that we're not playing, because we're playing like half of them. Thank you for your contributions
you.
as well, but I would love to get the rest of the lineup's music in our Colorado Metal Shop
Oh, yeah.
format, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through
Beautiful.
Friday. The heaviest Colorado music.
I'll tell you what, we got a lot of folks that like to listen in on between those hours, so
Awesome.
that's really cool.
That's when Europe turns in, really.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've been
Yes.
meening to get out there.
Well,
Yeah.
so,
Right
so
on.
have we, but you know, maybe,
Yeah, no.
maybe we can do a road show.
Yeah, there you go. Let's
Metal
do it.
Palooza on the road in Europe.
Hey man, we'll
bogged
get
down
together with
to
Steam Hammer.
If I was only rich
Steam
instead of
Hammer.
going.
Well, we were
Hammer
already
label.
going to France, right? Like that's
Well,
a done
you know,
deal.
Yeah.
Francais. We're going to France. Yeah, within the variant.
Perry.
Yeah.
So
Are you
Laura
buying?
has another announcement because there's everyone has mentioned their childhood influences and how they got started. And so this is a little PSA for a good friend of ours and someone that makes that go smoothly and professionally, Mr. Dale Miller.
He
Go
does.
ahead, Laura. Tell them what the
It
event is.
really does. We have an incredible event Saturday evening starting at 6 o'clock, March 3rd. This is featuring the Child Bloom Ensemble Group. Mr. Dale J. Miller teaches what's called Child Bloom, the Child Bloom guitar program. Have you guys
That's-
ever heard of it before?
I have not. That's incredible.
It is amazing.
Get
These-
them
these-
when they're young.
Man, and I'm telling you, and these
Classical
kids can
guitar.
play. We're talking classical gas.
Wow.
We're talking Blackbird. I mean, just there's a multiple of things these kids are really talented at, and they can play it all. So it's gonna be a killer concert for them on Saturday, early Saturday evening, 6 o'clock at 3617 Betty Drive, Suite D&E, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80917.
And
We love you, Dale.
And we
And Ed.
might, I can't say anything yet, but we might have something even after that the same night. That's
Man,
Ooh, you guys are gonna be
we
busy.
can't say anything
Colorado
about that
Classics.
yet.
Yeah, no, we are amazed that we were
Really
even asked. So,
Cool show going on this weekend. So
but really,
Yeah.
the last thing I want to say before Ed takes us away, I want to thank once again all of the people that support us and that share our posts and everything that we do. The
appreciate you all.
influencers in Colorado like Amanda and Claire and
Yes.
our brother Ricky D. Hall. We
Yeah. we love you, Ricky.
got 100 Facebook likes from the show from Sunday.
Wow.
By the way, yes, Ricky, please take care of yourself.
Yeah, he's
As we
a
all should.
hard-working,
works
hard-living,
really hard.
hard-rocking
He is
Colorado
man.
Springs icon
He
from
really
the Voodoo
is.
Hawks, Mr. Voodoo Hawk himself.
Colorado
But,
icon.
Yeah,
So Shadow Man, if you don't have anything else, Mr. Mark at Da Moon. And just another shout out to Lisa and Annie, and I love you, Shadow.
We love you, Lisa and Annie. We miss you so much. Thank you for tuning in to KCOSdigitalmedia.com. We've had The Variant on tonight. In The Variant, like their Facebook page, like ours. We'd like to thank the fans both in-house and online. Be sure to stay tuned. Colorado Metal Shop starts at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Friday. Colorado's heaviest metal. We'll see you here next Wednesday. Stay tuned in.